Hey y'all, how's it going? It's Pika. I'm calling in again from Singapore. It is Tuesday night, August 1st. So, a lot on my mind tonight, a lot of things going on, a lot of moving pieces. I know I mentioned to you Friday of last week I got a termination letter, and I've been able to flip that around a little bit, and obviously, blessing in disguise, although I didn't see it that way for a little bit, but it's changing. So, I spoke to you briefly yesterday about the fact that I had some things going on that may pan out well in light of my recent job situation, and indeed they have. I still don't have full confirmation of the job, the scope, when I start, how much money, all that stuff, but it looks like it's a green light, y'all. So I have another job lined up, and it's in the same field, education, but my job role would be completely different. It would be more on the social media marketing side, which is amazing. So as you all know, since I got that message, that letter or whatever, and it kind of changed everything, it kind of threw everything upside down. I had decided the week before that I wasn't going to go off and create something to sell right away. It wasn't the right thing to do, and I was going to create a lot of content. And then the end of that week, I got the letter. And the decision at that point was, you know what, keep doing what you're doing, keep creating content, do everything you can to build an audience, get your message out there, get people to actually know who you are, and then eventually, when the time is right, you can go ahead and build something that you can sell or, offer or whatever. Well, when I saw that space open up, that there is room for a different job. I didn't really want another job, obviously, but right now I got to punch a clock. That's just my lot in life at the moment. Punch a clock until I have enough money or I'm getting enough money from home where I don't need to punch a clock anymore. So for now, I am trading time for money. So when I did have that space loosen up or whatever, saying that I would have to find something else to replace the current job, I started thinking really hard about what I wanted. And like I said, I love the space where you haven't chosen anything yet, because it's wide open. It could be anything in the world. And once you start thinking about a specific theme or, a type of job, like where, when, how, all those little details, suddenly your scope narrows a little bit. It's like you've chosen a path and you kind of have to go within that path. So your scope narrows. Well, what I did was I didn't want to go into the details. I didn't want to say I want this, this, and this and tell the universe exactly what I wanted, because I know from experience, because it happened in February when I moved to this job. I know for experience, if I give too many details, nothing will turn up. So what I did instead was, this time, instead of saying this many minutes from home, this much money minimum, this type of hours, instead of saying any of that, I said, what I want is whatever is in my best interest to grow that will allow me to take good care of my daughter. So I was really focusing on what is the next skill set that I could develop. Because like I said, I like looking for jobs as far as skill set is concerned, because once you get a skill set and you become really, really good at what you're doing, of course you could stay in that type of job forever if you really wanted to, but I don't. That's not who I am. So I want to broaden my horizons. I want to be able to say that, if you look at my resume, it's very diverse. There are a lot of different things that I'm capable of doing, so that, if anything were to happen, I could jump in pretty much anywhere. Kind of like MacGyver or The Pretender. Anyway, so like I said, I was focusing on the fact that I really would like to focus on my skill set for the next job. I happened to call a lot of different places. I put in applications everywhere. I was kind of teetering on a job that would entail tutoring, so tuition for about $45 to $50 an hour, and that means I would truncate the amount of time that I was working. So it would be 4 hours a day, but I'd be making more money than I made at that job that I had for about 6 months. So I did think about that for a little bit, but then I was like, you know what, whatever. I am unable to make this decision on my own. I need help. So I left it kind of open to the universe. Like, whatever you think is good for me, whatever's in my best interest, that's what I'm looking for. So I tried to tune my mind to that instead. I was kind of trying not to call my uncle. But then I was like, you know what? He has my best interest in heart. I don't want to make this one of those things where he finds out the hard way and then he's upset that I didn't even tell him. But we had been talking for the last 4 or 5 months about me learning as much as I can in this job and then possibly coming over to one of the companies that he's invested in and maybe come up as a consultant. So casually, before I even got the letter, I had asked him, the day before to be exact, what's with the consultant position, is it still available? Oh my gosh, angel number is 2222. It is 11:22 over here. So I'm just going to take a minute just to think for a second. Okay. So yeah, I had talked to him the day before and I'd asked him and he said, okay, what's the status of your job? And I gave him the rundown and I was like, I get this feeling. It doesn't feel very good. And I'm just trying to put my feelers out there and figure out what's going on next. So finally, yesterday when I called him and told him, my worst fears were realized, they gave me a letter and he was like, all right, well, tell me everything that you've accomplished at this job and what skills you have now. And then we spoke for a little bit after that, and he mentioned the fact that they had hired another company to help his company grow. They're in a growth phase. So this company had come in, they had paid them about $30K to get things rolling, get their website and everything else, like the engagement up a little bit and make sure that they increase their enrollments. And you know what? It worked. I was like stunned when they said, $30K, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, you might want to check that or whatever. And he was skeptical too, but it worked out, and they had, guaranteed that they would make that money for the company or they would pay it to him. So that was pretty incredible. And the good news is they have like a month and a half left on the contract for their services. And if I were to come on board right now, that means I would learn from them for that month and a half and then take over whatever they were doing. An answer to all my prayers, because right now I'm enrolled in several different courses. I am involved with Crown for Success, as you all know. I'm a regional vice president for them, and I enjoy all of the classes. They have a Secret Society for Instagram, which they do a lot of really hardcore trainings and stuff. I'm also involved with, I don't know if you've heard the Six Figure Chick, Cece. She's also amazing. I'm learning a lot from her, and she has a business elite program where she has a group that goes through a bunch of different webinars and masterclasses and stuff like that. I'm also with Boss Babe. So as it happens, I have been researching and looking into all of these things that I'm about to learn some more in detail for this new job and then take over for. So I'm actually really, really blessed that I left it open, because I couldn't have drawn up a job like that if I had tried. So I'm really glad it kind of just popped up. But it's exactly what I want. It's exactly the kinds of skills that I need to brush up on or learn about. And to be quite frank, if I didn't get this job, I'd probably be out there looking for this information anyway. So this is a win-win from where I'm sitting. I get what I want as far as skill set. They get what they want as far as someone to, content managing, copywriting, SEO, funnels, email marketing, all of that. So that's exactly what I'm pushing myself for right now, because I'm building my own business at the same time. So I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity. I do hope it finishes and is, it comes to a done deal kind of situation. So I'm waiting on that. So that is the job front. That is the good news for that. As far as August goes, obviously I am not going to slow down in what I'm doing. Right now, this is episode 9, you guys. I didn't even think I'd get it this far. So 9 days in a row, no stopping, no stalling. I've been touching base with y'all every day and giving you insight into what's going on, how I'm managing, and I hope it brings value. The other thing I started, which I promised I would, August 1st, today, I launched my blog. So on that note, I have audio that's going on every day, which by the end of August, I should be at episode 40, because there's 31 days in August, and I've already got 9 under my belt. Well, okay, 39 episodes, I guess, if you're including this one. So, I mean, if you think about it, that's a lot of content. If I continue in the same vein with the blog, by August 31st, I will have 31 blog posts. Now that sounds completely insane, and maybe I am a little crazy for doing that, but you know what? If I don't start somewhere, I don't know where I'm going to end up anyway. I had been putting it off for a long time now. There was a time where I had told myself, you know what? I've bought the website, the domain name, but it's going to cost me this, that, and the other to put together a WordPress site. And I was like, yeah, but I don't have the money right now. Let me push it off till next month. And that went on for a couple months. Seriously. I think it was at least 3 months that I pushed it off. And then I was thinking, you know what? I should write all these blog posts so that when I do get WordPress up and running, then I can just post all my blog posts and it'd be done. That didn't happen either. It was a great idea, but there was no execution. I was lazy. Yeah. So once I decided, and once I went back through and looked at a couple YouTube tutorials, I was like, damn, I don't need to pay $100 for someone else to do this stuff. I could do it myself. It's just going to take a little bit of a time investment, but I'd rather spend 5 hours learning something new and building it for myself than pay $99 to somebody. I have no idea where in the world they're located. And if something goes wrong with my WordPress site, I have to call somebody to fix it again. So that was a win-win. And I finally bit the bullet, y'all. Today I went ahead and I posted. I wasn't sure what to start off with. I didn't know if you would like what I had to write. I didn't know if it was too deep for what I wanted to, for the kind of information I want to put out there. But I started. I did it anyway. I am not about to be a victim to my fear, because half of the fear is what if? And it's not going to happen. I won't know what if unless I do something. So, theme for this month, action. For the last, March, April, May, June, July. For the last 5 months, my passwords have been one particular word that I thought would really, really help me get in the right frame of mind to get my business off the ground. I believe in law of attraction, right? So I've been making sure that whatever I need to type in over and over again is one of those law of attraction type words that will help me remember, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to, how I'm trying to get my act together. So I believe in whenever I change my password that it becomes a word that, because I type it in over and over again, it's a power word. Like I used to do stuff like when I was going through my divorce, to make sure that I accepted the fact that I would be single, my password would be single, and then whatever the year was, stuff like that. So I was just trying to make sure that everything is moving, continuously moving. I don't want to stay stagnant. I don't want to get to a place where I'm comfortable again, because the comfort zone is not where I want to be. Nothing grows there. Nothing changes there. It's just comfortable. But I'm not comfortable with that concept anymore. So I'm really excited about the change. I've been really blessed with the RVP program, as we were going through the course and everything, to meet a bunch of really wonderful ladies. Shout out to my girl in Canada, Vanessa. I know I've mentioned her before. My girl in China, Mia, is awesome. They are my two pillars. They really keep me steady. They really keep me motivated. They keep reminding me that I really do have value to offer, because when I first started out with this class, I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't know what I wanted out of it even, but I just wanted an opportunity to do something different. And it was through this program that I found my voice, that I realized, hey, I do know some things that not many other people think of, and I do know how to put things into perspective for people so that they can see a little differently than they were before. So why not? Why not hone in on that skill and develop my storytelling skills and make sure that you all get a little piece of me, as as often as every day. So yeah, the goals for August: definitely beat July. I don't want July to be one of those things where, okay, I started all this movement and I did all these things, and then suddenly August came and I didn't do anything else. So that's not my story. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep going at it. I am in a very blessed space right now. I'm very grateful for the people around me, for the opportunities being presented. And that's not to say that I don't have my own worries. Right now, I am sitting over here with the nightlight on, watching my baby girl. She went to bed with a high fever last night, and She slept through the night with no problem. She woke up in the morning, she said she felt okay, but I was still kind of skeptical because when she gets sick, she really gets sick, y'all, and it really scares me. Um, so I left her home today with my mom. I'm very grateful for my mom being here because honestly, if she wasn't here, I would have had to take her to work with me. Um, so she slept most of the day. Her fever spiked up and down from 99 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 102 degrees Fahrenheit. And when it hit 102, my mom panicked and called me and said, "Look, we need to do something." So I said, "All right, you take her to the doctor. I'm headed home now." And that was about 5 o'clock this evening. Unfortunately, the GP that's closest to the house was actually closed. So I thought, okay, well, let me see if I can get her to eat when I get home. Give her some medicine so she can be comfortable. Because you know that achy feeling you get where all your joints hurt, your skin hurts when it's like really high fever. So I just wanted her to be comfortable, eat something, and maybe get to sleep. So then first thing in the morning, I'll run her off to the doctors and see what they have to say. If there's anything they can, tell me that I can do better to manage her pain. The kitchen is still not done. I'm still waiting on a countertop. So like I mentioned, we ran out of food, but me and my mom, we put our heads together and we were like, you know what? We got a rice cooker and we got a slow cooker. Why don't we just do something with those two? So we cooked a little bit today. My mom did anyway. I was at work and we're managing. So it's not to say that I'm always full of blessings. That's all it is. It's not luck. It's not that I'm blessed always. I tend to look at the things that are going in my favor because I've learned that if I focus on the things that aren't going so well, suddenly that's all I'll see everywhere around me. So, yes, I'm a little worried, but I have faith that my baby will be okay by morning, that we will get through this. We've gotten through this before. She was sick for like 2 weeks back in April, and it was really, really high fever. It got all the way up to 104. I remember jumping up in the middle of the night. It was like 3 o'clock, caught a cab, went straight to the hospital where they made us wait for a couple hours, and they just told us, the best you can do is give her fever medication and let her sleep. As long as she's drinking water, it's okay. But 104, y'all, I was thinking, holy crap, it's going to like damage her brain. Like, I was freaking out. But we've been through that. That was in August, and no way that this is going to be that bad. I have faith. I know that she will be okay. We just have to manage it and get her back to a place where she's strong and able to eat again. So, yeah, lots of things up in the air. Things that I can control and things that I can't. But either way, I'm going to get through this. I will not slow down for anyone at this point. Anyway, so now you know what my goals are. Now you know what my news is as far as the job situation is going. Hit me up, write me, comment, DM, whatever. Let me know what's going on. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Let's have a conversation, y'all. I would love to get to know y'all too. So take care for now. I will catch you tomorrow. And yeah, y'all have a blessed one. Bye.